Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing New.
Canelo Alvarez loses to Benavidez and Bivol because he has problems with guys who can move? Look, let's break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And Ray Boom Boom Mancini, former world champion, has come out and stated that he believes Dimitri Bivol will beat Canelo Alvarez in his next fight. And he believes any potential matchup with Benavidez will beat Canelo Alvarez simply because they can move. And Canelo Alvarez has always had problems with fighters who can move. Great footwork, a lot of movement. This is what he's saying, and that makes zero sense to me because you see Canelo Alvarez in the past, it is true he had problems with fighters who can move. Great footwork, guys like Floyd Mayweather, Erislandy Lara. He's had difficulties in those fights. Now, the interesting thing about it, it wasn't simply that they could move is what caused Canelo Alvarez problems. It's the speed at which they move. So it wasn't just movement, it was also movement and speed. Both of those guys were significantly faster than Canelo Alvarez. But Canelo Alvarez has already shown he's overcome that hurdle in his career by beating prime undefeated world champions like Billy Joe Saunders and Caleb Plant by stoppage wins. And both of these guys were faster than Canelo Alvarez. Both of these guys are much better movers than David Benavidez and Dimitri Bivol. So the fact that he would pick those guys based on movement simply doesn't make sense when Canelo Alvarez has already proven he can beat guys who move better than Benavidez and Bivol. It doesn't make any sense. Now, the logical reason would say if you were picking Benavidez or Bivol to beat Canelo would simply be because both of these guys are big, strong fighters, and if Canelo Alvarez cannot bully them and have his way, then he's in for a long night. That would make much more sense. And make no mistake, both of these fights are dangerous fights for Canelo Alvarez, Dimitri Bivol especially. But the interesting thing is Canelo Alvarez is the total package. He'll actually be the faster fighter than either one of these guys, Benavidez or Bivol. Both of these guys' defense do not compare to Canelo Alvarez, and Canelo Alvarez is not only the faster fighter than both of these guys, he has a higher IQ than both of these guys. Because men lie, women lie, but the facts don't lie.